Talking of the near future, well, our guest co-host today is none other than Liam Joyce, the editor at What's On Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia. It goes on and on and on. So basically, if you want to know what's happening around various towns in this region, now that everyone is back and ready to go, this is the man to talk to. Liam, great to have you with us. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much, Tom. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, and I'm going to ask you to put your Dubai hat on now, okay, for the next few moments, because I know you've got a wide portfolio of responsibilities. But What's On, obviously, a brand that has been long established here. In fact, one of my first jobs when I came here 25 years ago. It's grown with the city. But let's talk about that growth, because everyone I'm talking to at the moment, we're excited about the season that we're getting into at the moment. We're in the midst of it already. It's only going to gain more momentum. Little bit of trepidation as well about getting from one venue to the other in good time. I mean, how do you sum it all up the next couple of months?
Wow, I think busy, busy, busy. These are keywords. And planning. If you don't want to get stuck in traffic, I would say plan ahead, because things are going to be absolutely busy, from concerts to festivals, new restaurant openings. If you want that favorite spot of yours at your favorite beach club, I would say plan ahead, because it is going to be a busy, busy season. Summer was fairly quiet, and I think things have just opened up in a massive way. And so, again, busy, busy, busy.
Get your planner out.
Get your planner out.
I feel like our social life in Dubai has changed quite a bit, because not that long ago, you could decide on a Saturday morning what you were going to do that night, and that is no longer the case. It's not the easiest to get even restaurant reservations, which wasn't really a thing back in the day. So I want to ask you, what are some of the events that we have to look forward to this coming season?
Oh, there's quite a few. I think on the concert side of things and live, performances, a number of really big stars have just been announced. So we have Tyler that's coming through. She'll be performing at Seoul, Dubai, 2025, happening later this year. There will also be Miguel and Kate Renata, who's coming to perform as well. Davido's just been announced as a performer at the Coca-Cola Arena as well. And then we've got a massive, festival that's going on that I think Dubai fans would love. Untold is happening, and there are a number of big names that are going to be performing on that stage. So there's a lot happening, but I would say, from my perspective, Seoul is probably the one I'm looking forward to the absolute most. On the Abu Dhabi side of things, if you do want to make that quick trek, Saudi at Nights is happening, and Ricky Martin's just been announced as a headliner for that particular festival. So really fun things happening actually, and an array of different types of performers as well. I think it's the Euphonics.
Yeah. Stereophonics.
Stereophonics, that's it. Stereophonics is coming to town as well. If you're into Valley stuff.
Quite right.
And a massive fan of that Welsh band, then there's something for everyone.
You're right.
And Liam touched upon something about restaurant reservations right now. So is there any new restaurant openings or food-related festivals that we should look out for this year?
I think arguably the biggest opening that's happening is Carbone, which is going to be opening at Atlantis, the Royal. I've got my ticket. I hope you have. That is, a very famous, Italian New York style restaurant. But there's also a few others that have opened. There's Iliana, which is a really great Greek style restaurant as well. Out in Jumeirah, there's a very new Japanese restaurant that's actually just reopened, Kinagawa, which is only taking dinner reservations at the moment, but it's really meant to be amazingly special. And then there are a number of few homegrown spots as well. There is Jones Social. They've just opened Jones Social Cafe. So it's really exciting times, from coffee shops to sort of fine dining spots. There's something for everyone.
Big gigging, eating. Let's get outdoors and work it all out as well. It is the alfresco season. We're happening upon at the moment. So the great outdoors beckons. I'm sure there's loads of things happening out there, isn't there?
Yeah, there are great things happening outside. The Dubai Run is happening, and that's always massive. And obviously, it's a lot cooler to run.
Camping season.
Yeah, camping season. If you want to get out to Hatta, get out to Long Beach, that's always a great idea. But I think just generally at the moment, exchange or change the treadmill for the tracks outside, because it's a really good time to just be outside, get some miles in that are not on a treadmill, and enjoy the city. You know, it's going to be really busy. Lots of people are going to be visiting. You know, you've also got things like Global Village that's opening again, the Miracle Garden's opening again. You know, those are all things that are outside that you can enjoy as well, and just enjoy the fresh Gulf air.
What would you say are some of the more hidden gems or events that might be overlooked that people aren't really aware of, but should potentially keep an eye out for?
Oh, wow. I mean, I mentioned this a little while ago. The thing is, Seoul Dubai is not a massive event that's overly popular like Untold, for example. But it is a weekend full of not just performances and really big names. You know, there's great activations in terms of artists putting on exhibitions. There is, you know, food-related stuff that happens at the festival as well. You know, different kinds of stalls from all over the world. I would say that for me is underrated. There are also a number of different types of you know, activations happening in Alcuz, which is, you know, very industrial, but it's become a very, you know, artist-driven area of the city. So a number of exhibitions that I think really pay a lot of homage to Emirati culture and just life in Dubai that sometimes is overlooked. So that for me would be something to look out for.
And Liam, you mentioned some outdoor activities, mainly in the sports section, but what about family-friendly ones, especially with the weather cooling down soon?
Yeah. I would say take your little ones to Global Village. I mean, it's, you know, it's big enough to spend, God, 24 hours there, and they still might need a bit more time, you know, and then get them home and they can have a nap after because there's so much to do. But Global Village, you know, it's massive, not just for locals, but for visitors as well. You know, the Dubai fountains just opened after a really long summer revamp. You know, who doesn't want to have a little splash now and again? And of course, Al Wadi, you know, the water park is a great time during the season as well. And these are all very family related as well and orientated. It's safe, you know, lots of fun, and just a good time.
One last word for you before we wrap things up for now, but you're going to stick around with us as guest co-host. But I wonder if this, I mean, we know that this is the year of the community, but I wonder if this is the year of the community. Given the fact that people have been put off from getting from A to B, there's been a lot of investment into community living, community lifestyle. Maybe this is the season that we really embrace and explore our communities.
I think so. I mean, that would be amazing. As a newbie to Dubai, I've been doing tons of exploring, from, you know, local Karak spots in Al Basha to really great Emirati spots, you know, out in Deira. And the more you explore, the more you realize that there's so much to offer in Dubai. Yes, there's the skyscrapers, you know, yes, there are the man-made islands and everything else that, you know, that we know it for. But the community part of it, I think, is sometimes overlooked. But like you said, this probably is the year for community. I get that sense, at least when I'm driving about. So let's see how that goes.
That was definitely a very helpful roadmap for the season ahead. But Liam, please stick around, so much more that we want to talk to you about.